Where is everyone, guys? Get everyone down here. Monday. It's not fucking Sunday, it's fucking Monday. Get everyone fucking down here. Where the hell is Toshi? He's another guy I don't like, but if he's repping Palestine, then I'll have to support him. Said 3 people had joined. Said 3 people had joined, and now it's stuck. Pussies. You see how anti-political weebs are, Kaiser? How complete, like King Recon. His whole fucking feed. He doesn't have a separate personal feed like Ryan does. His whole feed is just One Piece and games, One Piece games, not a political bone in his body. Weebs are the most ineffectual, impotent, useless people to a society. Not a single political bone in their body. Everyone's political. But weebs, autists stuck in their fantasy land, la la land, fairyland, weeb island. Losers, man. And this is why the age of voting needs to go up. I agree. Somebody said that the age of voting needs to go up. Maybe you'd fix your politics if the age of voting went up to 25. Can you believe that? Your vote holds the same strength as a fucking, I don't know, 18-year-old weeb out there. Think about it. The same fucking weight. Not many under 25s even vote. Yeah, but now with the transgender liberal agenda, they're gonna start voting, man.
Well, joining me now to discuss this is the founder of the world's most influential progressive online channel, the Young Turks, and Democratic
Cenk,
presidential
Uygur.
hopeful. And that's Cenk Uygur. Cenk, great to have you on the program. Thank you very much.
Wait. Cenk is running for the Dems. Cenk is running for the Dems. Wait, did I hear that right?
Presidential hopeful. And that's Cenk Uygur. Well, joining me now to discuss this is the founder of the world's most influential progressive online channel, the Young Turks, and Democratic presidential hopeful. And that's Cenk Uygur. Cenk, great to have you on the program. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. I'll be following your tweets with interest this week. You've been getting increasingly angry. I think it'd be fair to say.
I think he'd be better than anyone.
I'm now enormously frustrated by US and Israeli government's barbaric acts in Gaza. I will not be shy in sharing that opinion on Piers Morgan's show today. Why are you so frustrated?
Yeah.
Why?
Honestly, I didn't expect the framing that you put on this segment, and it's framing like that. That's disgusting. So I don't see what this has anything to do with anti-Semitism. I formed Young Turks and TYT with 2 Jewish friends who are some of my friends growing up. We've known each other and been brothers for over 40 years now. So I think what Hamas did is disgusting. I cry for those Israeli innocent civilians. But do I see you guys crying for Palestinians? I mean, Chris Christie was just on here treating it like it's no big deal because what, Palestinian lives don't matter? I think the real bigotry here is saying that Palestinians, we can kill 3 times as many of them already. And this is the appetizer. Netanyahu and his barbaric government have not even started the entree of murder and death and mayhem they're about to do. And that's somehow okay, killing 3 times as many Palestinian civilians, let alone the occupation, which is bigotry by definition. We say that everyone in the world can defend themselves, can have their own state, can have sovereignty, except the Palestinians. And the reasoning behind that is the Palestinians are what? They're what? The idea is that they are savages and that Muslims are too violent and cannot control themselves.
He's bringing the energy that his nephew should have bought. That Hassanabi should have bought. It's the complete opposite now. I thought Hassanabi would be like this. Cenk is saying, nah, my nephew didn't do a good job. I'm gonna step in.
So they must be occupied for 56 brutal, disgusting years. So I've had enough of the bigotry against Muslims and Palestinians, and I need you to speak out against that instead of covering every outrageous, atrocious action of the right-wing government of Israel and going, oh, it's anti-Semitism. No, and there is global anti-Semitism. There's anti-Semitism here in this country. 2 synagogues were shot up, Pittsburgh and in Southern California. We fight against that all the time. But then whenever Israel is criticized, people go, oh,
yeah,
no, it's
maybe
anti-Semitism. No, there's real anti-Semitism.
Okay, Cenk, let me
That, instead of attacking that, all you guys ever do is hide behind the veil of anti-Semitism. Do you know why Palestinians might not like Israelis? Because they've been oppressed for 56 straight years.
I hear you. I hear you. And let me respond. A, I'm not you guys. I don't think I fit into any neat fit on this issue at all. B, I've actually covered this story, I think, more fairly than most people. I've had many pro-Palestinian voices I've given a huge platform for. They've been getting enormous audiences, from Bassem Youssef to others, and I've done that quite deliberately because I think these voices are important to be heard, including yours. I certainly wasn't accusing you, by the way, or your organisation of anti-Semitism. I have found it, as somebody who's always identified as liberal myself, I've found it very
liberal. He ain't fucking liberal.
Call themselves liberals, whose instant response, it seemed to me, to one of the worst terror attacks we've ever seen was to immediately side with the place where these attacks have been launched from. Now, I don't tar all Palestinians with the brush of being Hamas at all. And in fact, the sooner Hamas are out of there, the better for the Palestinian people and the world. But I just think the only human response you can have is, as you did, by the way, to your credit, is it was disgusting what happened on October the 7th.
Here we go. It's just bringing back to only October 7th.
A proportionate response by Israel, not just to the terror attacks of October the 7th, but obviously there is now a huge ongoing escalation in what has been, as you rightly say, a 56-year war, effectively, in varying degrees over that period. And that's where I think I'm struggling to see a ground invasion by Israel, with all that would entail, particularly
Israel needs to fucking have the spotlight on them.
Civilians, how that is going to do anything for any peaceful resolution to this. I think it will have the opposite effect.
Yes. So let's take it one at a time. First of all, as you rightly point out, on Young Turks,
dude, why doesn't no one talk about Israel? Why does everything have to be about Hamas and fucking Palestine? And proportional responses. Why can't someone just say, look at what Israel is doing wrong? more than 56 years, no one says nothing about Israel. What is this hold that Israel has over even people like this? This guy's meant to be in the middle. Like, Piers is meant to be somewhere in the middle. What hold does Israel have over him? I can only say it's Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch owns Talk TV. And Rupert Murdoch probably says, look, don't say nothing bad about Israel.
The atrocious actions of Hamas right from the get-go, and we condemned it as fully as anyone can possibly condemn it. Because not only are they killing those poor, innocent Israelis that didn't do anything, those little babies and the grandmothers, it's disgusting what they did. But on top of that, they're ruining the Palestinian cause. They've burned the moral high ground to cinders. And then on top of that, they smear all people of Muslim background like myself. And then it unleashes this bigotry of anti-Muslim bigotry throughout the world. I'm sick of. So screw Hamas and their barbarism, okay? Now, in terms of a proper reaction, yes, you need to get those hostages out. So now let's look at I'm going to suggest what to actually do. I'm going to be constructive. But first, let's look at the unconstructive solution that Israel had. Dropping bombs on residential buildings. 50 ambulances have been hit. 10 out of 25 hospitals don't operate anymore.
Yeah, no doubt. Piers went pedo island.
There's 45 babies that might die today. The parents, I just read on CNN, are writing the names of the kids on their calves, on their legs, so that if they are killed in a bombing and they're mutilated, they can find their bodies. Imagine writing the name of your child on their legs so that you could find them in the rubble after Israel or any government drops a bomb on them. And I need the West to understand something. Bombs kill people.
Yeah.
You know how they kill people? They incinerate them alive, or their heads explode. So what happened in Israel was a disaster and disgusting. But you have to be equally honest and equally outraged at the immorality of incinerating babies and grandmothers and aunts and uncles.
Exactly. No one says nothing when they do that. And they're like, yeah, Palestine means nothing. They're going Jahannam, I swear to God. You guys can laugh. You don't believe they're going Jahannam, these people. Even Piers are going Jahannam. Because Piers is disingenuous. I know he's giving people a platform, but he knows more than he's letting on. Because of his disingenuity, they're all going Jahannam. Remember this day, fam. Remember this day. Me and MCAT's gonna roll up to you motherfuckers out there who support Israel. we're gonna tell you, fam. There'll be all the time in the world to fucking hold you down.
Destruction. Enough of the occupation. End it today. End it today. It's monstrous. Okay, I'm gonna get to
let me ask you
the
this.
solution.
I completely understand your passion and your anger. I completely get this. I, like you, want to see some resolution at the end of this horror that we're witnessing.
Fucking Jahannam.
How do you get rid of Hamas if you don't do it the way Israel are currently doing it? How do you actually eradicate what has become a nihilistic ISIS-style terror group who've quite deliberately, in my estimation, committed an outrage of such appalling scale that they knew that this would goad Israel into this kind of response? So why they did that, what is motivating it, who might be putting them up to it, who's helped them prepare for this, these are all questions we don't know the answers to yet. But it seems to me that Israel could, if it's not careful, be being lured into a massive trap here. And I hope that is not the case. But I'm
Even
curious,
Jews have their name, similar
Hamas
name to for hell.
If you don't
Jews are going to their hell.
Israel is currently doing it, albeit with
going to Gehenna.
collateral damage in the face of thousands of innocent Palestinians being caught up in the bombing.
Yeah. So let me give you a short-term answer, long-term answer. And a lot of people are not going to like these, but these are realistic ways that you minimize civilian casualties. You do what America did with the Osama bin Laden raid. We didn't go drop a nuke on Pakistan. We didn't go destroy 6,000 residential buildings in the middle of Pakistan. We sent in special forces. Is it more dangerous to the special forces? Of course. That's the point of special forces. Try to find the hostages. Does it look like Israel's trying to find the hostages?
No.
If I have a family member that's a hostage,
Yeah, same shit, he says. Piers is such a snake.
How do you know they're not in the buildings you're dropping bombs on? How do you know they're not in the tunnels you're dropping bombs on? How do you know they're not in the hospitals you're dropping bombs on? So this, if you want the hostages rescued, every rational human being can agree this is not the way to do it. This is the way to do death and destruction for the sake of death and destruction.
Yep.
It's collective punishment. It's genocide against Palestinians, and the world has to speak out. So my way is not pleasant either. It involves a lot of folks dying on both sides. I understand that. Those are super hard choices. But go find Hamas. Go find the hostages. Go rescue them instead of wantonly, indiscriminately, killing after killing. And let's be honest, when you drop a bomb and a kid's head explodes and a grandmother is incinerated, that is terrorism.
Yep, it's terrorism.
3 times as many civilians as Hamas.
Israel, a terrorist state. Israel needs to go. The only solution is eradication of Israel and move all of them to Alabama.
Send in whatever you got to actually do the job at hand.
Fuck Israel. Fuck everything they stand for. Fuck every single one of them.
Send a message. And think about how unrealistic that is. And think about why his method has a 0% chance.
The Jews have gotten haughty, really haughty. They've caused corruption and trouble on this earth for too long.
Hamas ended all elections. Hamas ended democracy. So how are the Palestinians supposed to cry uncle? They're already crying uncle, but it's never enough for the bloodthirsty Netanyahu. No, more death of Palestinians, more babies killed. That's what his answer is. And it's this, and the United States of America, I'm running for president here. There's no way in the world I would allow this, sending $105 billion. And it doesn't even go to Israel, Ukraine, or Taiwan. It goes to the defense contractors that bribe these greedy American politicians and then get most of that money. And so the long-term answer is...
Dude, I'd take him over. I didn't even know he was running. I'd take him as president.
And no one's allowed to cross to either side. But the Palestinians get their state. It is unconscionable for them not to get their state.
Yeah, he's running for president.
If you're a moral person, Of course you believe
I'd give my vote to him over anyone. He's been the he's a new type of candidate at least.
You are being by definition bigoted and a racist. We have to have two-state solution immediately. If 56 years of occupation and brutalizing these people is not enough, is 57 years going to be enough? Is 150?
I'm not a big fan of Cenk, but I'd give it to him over any of the candidates right now.
Many of my friends that I
RFK played his hand.
This is not good for them. This is not good for anybody. Please look into your hearts, look and be the moral people that I know you can be. I've been to Passover dinners where you pray for your oppressors. Now, it breaks my heart, but I got to tell you, you got to pray for those you are oppressing. And to say that you are not oppressing the Palestinians after brutalizing them for 56 long years, you're kidding yourself. And as a friend and an ally, I'm trying to get you to wake up and snap out of this trance. You cannot keep doing this. It is ruining your moral fiber.
Cenk, Uygur, thank you very much indeed for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry it was your first appearance on this programme under these circumstances, but I hope it won't be your last. I think you're an important voice in this, and I do appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good, man. I love that the Piers gives them a platform. But he's mining clicks. We know that. So there is something in it for him. It's not like there isn't anything in it for him. I think we've heard enough voices on this now to know that just Israel needs to fucking go, man. Israel been causing too much trouble. Yeah. He's mining our side. That's what he's doing. He's like, this is getting boring doing the Israel side. Let's mine this other side. But the thing is, we need Russia, we need Korea to get together. Combine their nukes like you combine Megazord and just fucking nuke Israel. I mean, let's be honest, that is the surefire way to get rid of this long issue in that region. Just wipe Israel out. It will get rid of the problem, won't it? It will get rid of the problem. Still, he letting people speak. Yeah. These well-known names bring viewership and fan bases, all for the money. He's mining the influences, like from that side. Yeah. I mean, Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. It would sell regardless. I'm on the Alan Wake 2 train. This. I can wait for Spider-Man 2. Just who cares what he thinks? Only benefit from it. Torn it. Zesif, we're done. The bed bugs are here. The bed bugs are here, Zes. We're done. It's over for UK. The bed bugs are here. I see Zes like Spider Golem too. Spider Bug too. Oh, come on. So depressing. I'm numb to the depression now. I used to get depressed in my uni days when no one was listening to the Palestinians side, and there was constantly benefit with the doubt for Israel. I got no love. There's no love lost for Yehudis or from my side. They're all complicit. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Get BB out or you're part of the problem. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't get Benjamin out, or one of their guys doesn't assassinate Benjamin Netanyahu, if one of their own guys doesn't assassinate Benjamin Netanyahu, you're all part of the problem. You know, the bug with the white block, where Spider-Man becomes a white block. The game's more buggy than Starfield, apparently, yes. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying. Alright. Starfield greatness, let's go. Spider, yeah. Vected, I'm shocked Vected jumped on Spider-Man 2, day one. I thought he'd maybe jump on something less mainstream. Yeah, I mean it's more the same, but it's better. It's like Horizon. Horizon was, from a gameplay perspective, objectively better than the first, but when I played it, it didn't feel like that. It felt like it's more of the same. That's why GameSpot and IGN give it 8 out of 10. I know it reviewed better than Starfield, But they still gave it 8 out of 10. It's not 9 out of 10 like the first one. I never played the Miles Morales DLC, so maybe there's more in it for me. I needed to skip the Miles Morales DLC, it was too soon. So maybe I like it more than 8 out of 10. I'll play it. Buy Spider-Man 2 when it's for $1. Snowy checks cleared for Starfield reviews.